Today we're going to the UFC headquarters with Pops Lafayette to celebrate our birthday celebrations. Make sure to subscribe, hit that bell button, and make sure your post notifications are on.
He's really cool. So you're gonna meet him, and then you're gonna meet my assistant manager Cam. He works with me on everything.
Awesome.
That sounds fun.
He's my protege. Are you guys excited to be here?
Yeah.
I heard you guys are black belts. Not yet? All right, soon you will be.
I'm a gray and black. I'm a all gray.
Okay. All right.
And we are Lorenzo Lucca legends. We're here at the UFC right now.
Who are you with?
Linn.
Yeah, but that's
Uncle Luke.
I'm him. All right. So what are you here to do? Let's rock and roll.
We're gonna eat and meet some people.
Guys. How you doing? Guys. Where you at?
So this is the main lobby. This is obviously UFC headquarters. That's our main lobby. Usually check in at the desk. And then so right here, we're building a little store. So next time you come in, we'll get you some shirts and hats and stuff like that. You can see there's the business meeting going on right there. It's called the Chuck Liddell Room. All the rooms are named after famous fighters. And your dad is the man. Has he told you that? Did you know that? Your dad is the man. Your dad used to train with Chuck Liddell. Your dad used to train back when Chuck Liddell was even before UFC at a place called J-Set. Has he told you about that? Okay. When we have lunch, I'll tell you all about it, okay? All right, so come on back here. So this is the cafe.
That's why you have to be on the
Yes. So all the fighters train over here at a training facility, and then they come eat lunch right over here. And my office is right over there. So all the workers and all the fighters train, and we have lunch here every day. All right. So the food is excellent. It was better if it was warm.
No, we're good.
But
We're good.
I didn't know if you guys like ranch, so I don't know if that out.
At the UFC eating lunch.
What did you get?
I'm eating chicken fingers. I have fries and chicken fingers.
Who's with you?
Linn.
And Pops.
Yep.
That this place wouldn't exist without your dad. Okay? And the reason why I can say that is because do you guys know who Dana White is? He is the founder of the UFC, basically, right? So he'll purchase it, made it what it is today. Now, I'm really old, right? So, yeah.
You're not that old.
Yeah, I'm old. I'm very old. I'm old. Take a guess.
47?
Very close. I turned 45 later this month, so I will take that. Thank you. I feel like I'm.
You are in the museum.
He had to make sure he knew what he was buying. So he went to try jiu-jitsu to understand it better, make sure that he wanted to buy into the sport, right? And he went to a place called J-Sec Jiu-Jitsu. It was the only jiu-jitsu school in Vegas at the time, right? So when he got there, there's nothing but killers in there. And your dad was one of them. Your dad was a black belt. He was the one that, I don't know if you worked with Dana or the Fertitas, but the gym was open. He was there every day. And he was one of the very few people in this whole valley doing jiu-jitsu at the time. Nobody even knew what it was. He was already a black belt, right? And so if that gym wasn't open, this place wouldn't exist. And your dad was a major player at that gym. So, is that true?
Yeah.
That's not, all right. So I've known your dad for what, 20 years?
20 years.
Over 20.
Over
22,
20.
23 or something like that.
Stop the 48 stuff.
Pretty close. Pretty close. It's all right. Yeah, almost 48 years. I will know him for 48 years at some point. But I used to work with your dad, and we'd stand out in the lanes and make fun of everybody. But I don't want you guys to do that, okay? Be good kids. Don't be like us. But we used to talk a lot, and your dad taught me so much about jiu-jitsu, and really he taught me a lot about the mental side of being a fighter. Your dad is very, very smart. He was telling me about UFOs before UFOs, and now here we are 20 some years later, and UFOs are in our backyard and nobody says shit. Excuse me. But back in the day, I remember people used to think he's crazy for that, but he stuck to what he believed, what he knew to be true, and he didn't waver. That is what you have to take from your dad. Your dad is very smart. He has a very good mindset. And if you follow him, I guarantee you will get nothing but better and better at your jiu-jitsu, and you'll be much further along in life than if you do not listen to your dad. Your dad is the man, okay? You understand? You got it? Okay. Your dad is? What's the man. The man. There he is. There we go. But yes, it's very true. He taught me a lot. I definitely wouldn't be working here today if it weren't for your dad, and this whole place might not be here if it weren't for your dad. So your dad's a legend. He is the man. You should listen to him, and be sure to be really nice to him on Father's Day. Okay?
Thank you.
Now, ask me any questions you want about UFC.
UFC.
Yeah. So,
What questions
where do
you
you guys study jiu-jitsu? I'll start with the questions.
Well, we go to Pascal Jiu-Jitsu, but actually I was the first one that learned. It was me, him, and my mom. He would be teaching me and my mom while my mom had Lucca in her stomach, and that's how I first learned.
So he's been doing it since he was in the womb. Amazing. So, that sounds a lot like your dad.
Yeah.
What's your specialty move? What are you catching?
I usually when we start, I stand up and then I go and choke like this. That's usually what I do, and then if they start squirming around, I put them to the ground. And I either go on side control or mount.
Number one rule: get mount, don't give it up. Right? All right.
Me, I thought they next time I throw them on the ground when I go on mount, that I choke them.
That is a simple yet effective game plan. Unstoppable too, I'm sure. So you've learned well. Let's see. So who's your favorite fighter other than your dad?
I don't think he has one.
I don't really know many.
You're fighting against a black belt and you get your ass kicked. Then you go to boxing, and then there's a pro boxer. He doesn't know any jiu-jitsu at all. He just knows boxing, and you box with him, and he kicks your ass. Then you go to grappling, and there's a collegiate wrestler there. That's all he knows. He can't throw a punch, but he can wrestle, and you lose to him too. But the whole time you're getting beat up, you're learning. And most people don't want to, me included, don't want to have the shame of getting their ass kicked. They don't want to have the embarrassment of getting their ass kicked, but MMA people do it all day, every day, because they know that's what makes them better. So don't be afraid of failure. Don't be afraid of getting your ass kicked. And if you are, do finance like me. Don't be a fighter, okay? So, but that is the difference. You know, you have to be able to take the ass whipping, come back stronger, and eventually you'll start doing the ass whipping. Now, the MMA guy, if he sees that boxer in the street, he's gonna do what you do: take him down, choke him out. But because he's trying to learn boxing, he'll take the ass whipping to learn how to box better, right? If you see the jiu-jitsu guy in the street, you just knock him out with one punch because you've been practicing boxing, right? So you have to be able to not worry about getting your ass kicked and then keep coming back. All those practices, all those disciplines, and that will make you the king of the jungle instead of a boxer who's just talking about fighting, but they really just mean under a very specific set of rules.
So what do you guys think? Say thanks to Uncle Luke. Hey, say thanks to Uncle Luke. What do you think?
Oh, you're very welcome. You guys come back anytime and you can spend more time here. Yeah, that's the miniature.
Can we move the cars?
No.
Well, you can't do anything.
I don't think so. You want to see where my office is?
Yeah.
Right over here.
Where's the back?
If I was actually good at fighting, I'd be over in that side of the building, but I'm not. That's where your dad would be.
So now?
Your office is right there, right? Thank you so much, brother.
Yeah, I usually say that about everybody.
So say thanks, guys.
Just got back from the UFC. The food was good, and I got stumped on a few questions. My favorite fighters are Jacare, Khabib, Dan Henderson, and Vanderlei Silva, who my pops trained under. My favorite moves: I do a sprawl, for a bulldog choke. If that doesn't work, I do a guillotine. If those don't work, then I do a head and arm choke. And if that doesn't work, then I do an arm bar. He does.
I do a takedown, I look for a second control, and I do a choke.
We are Lorenzo Lucca
The
Legends.
Legends.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button, the bell button, and hit the like button.